Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram is at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we're talking Love Island USA, and this postseason is the gift that keeps on giving. Ace just he just completely shook up the Love Island fandom. He has set the Love Island USA fandom on fire. Everybody's dragging everybody's copping pleas. Everybody is in a place of disarray and disorientation and trying to rally for their faves and trying to drag other people and trying to put other people in it. No, you guys. So here's the thing. I want to do a full breakdown of this interview, and that's going to have to be at a separate time. But a couple of things, right? Couple of things in the midst of this interview going on fire. Earlier today, before the interview dropped, Olandria and Olandria said that they're going private, y'all. They're going private. They don't want to deal with the fans. They don't want to deal with the backlash, yada, 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 right? And then they're defending Taylor, too. Talking about don't send hate to Taylor. Nicolas is saying Taylor is his bestie, is his best friend. No. And then he said that there's trouble in paradise with his friendship with Ace due to some unanswered phone calls, you guys. And we find out from the interview today with Speedy, shout out to him and shout out to his almost 300,000 views, because I think this is going to do a milli or better. This might be one of his top interviews ever, because whether you love or hate Ace, he's polarizing, and y'all want to see what he has to say, whether it is to celebrate him or to drag him, right? So, nonetheless, he said in the interview that he felt Nicolas made some questionable comments about his character. And he felt that Nick, when he asked him about it, Nicolas was like, well, listen, I'm over it. It's done. I'm not going to say anything more about it. I've moved on. What do you mean you moved on? So Ace interpreted that as if you are an actual friend, then you should have, defended me. But it seems like Ace is pissed off at a lot of people and a lot of the cast. Now, here's a couple of things. Before we get back to Ace. Did you know that Amaya Papaya announced her breakup with Brian today? She announced her breakup with Amaya, I see you. Amaya, I see you. When Pepe and Iris had the cheating scandal and unfollowed each other, you and Brian quietly unfollowed each other as well. And now some days have gone on. The reunion has passed. And now, just conveniently today, when everybody is arguing with each other, when everybody is dragging each other, you decide to come out with a breakup statement. I see you, Amaya. I see you. It is giving, let me hide behind everybody else's chaos, because nobody is going to pay attention even though I am the winner. Make it make sense. You are the winner of season 7 and foolishness like this. Doing a breakup statement. And she did 2 breakup statements. That's what's so crazy about it. She did 2 breakup statements because the first one originally said not to send any hate Brian's way. But the second one was just like, my papayas. Brian and I are no longer together. After leaving the villa, it became very clear we were on 2 different journeys. Our visions didn't align, and relationships were supposed to be a team sport. You didn't have to drink the whole sea to know it's salty. All love here, and I truly wish him the best. Amaya Papaya, right? And she took out the post that said, do not send hate to Brian. So I don't know if that means she wants people to send hate Brian's way. But basically, she was upset in the comments and said that Brian allegedly was immediately in Miami doing the things that she said was hurtful, such as, popping bottles, being with various different Instagram models and everything else. Just basically disrespecting her and disrespecting their relationship. But nonetheless, back to Ace. Because he said this is his only interview. I think it's like an hour and 11 minutes. Said everybody had a narrative on him. Now, here's the thing. Because I'm Team Chelley, I'm Team Olandria. He did have nice things to say about Olandria, you guys. He gave her a lot of compliments. However, he wants nothing to do with Nicolas. It sounds like it is a wrap. Now, the comments that he made about Olandria, right? Because it came about like a couple of different times, right? One time he was initially asked, it sounded like this was back from when they were still in the villa or shortly after the villa, that they were both physically attracted to each other, that Nick and Olandria were attracted to each other. However, it was just friendship vibes. There was no romantic spark. But it sounds like maybe Ace doesn't know the current state of Olandria and maybe how things have progressed, how they went to Greece together, how they've done all this stuff. Maybe they don't know, right? Maybe he doesn't know, right? But he did just see Olandria literally a couple of days ago for Chelley's birthday celebration. Like Olandria specifically flew to New York City to see Chelley for her birthday. So I don't know. I feel like, has Ace told either Olandria and Nick how he feels behind the scenes? That's the piece we do not know. Has he voiced his concerns and his issues behind the scenes? Because it seems like to me, Ace distanced himself from Nicolas a long time ago. It seems to me, and maybe this is me going out on a limb, I don't think Ace liked the fact that Nicolas put out there that they had a triple date to Disneyland and told it on the podcast. Even though there was security, this event had nothing to do with Peacock, NBC Universal, so it could have been a potentially very dangerous situation, right? And Nicolas was also the one that dropped the picture of the former Core 4 of them doing press that week shortly after being out the villa when all those interviews came out this week with GQ and everything else. I think that Ace doesn't respect how Nick is moving. And this is the problem when you try to be a people pleaser, you guys. This is a problem when you try to, defend everybody. Is eventually there comes a point where there's a serious matter and you have to choose a side. You have to take a stand on something or you fall for anything. And I think Ace peeped that and distanced himself. And I think that's the real reason they're not friends anymore. In addition to Nicolas not really defending comments, hating on Ace or whatever else. So therefore, their friendship was no more, right? He says that they're cool, but they're not besties, right? Nicolas just said, like I said earlier, that Taylor's his bestie, even though Taylor is, for some reason, doing a live stream to watch Ace's interview. And I find it interesting, this whole cast that has so much to say about Ace, made jokes about his height, called him the ringleader, called him Mr. President. They are all tuned in to the interview, you guys. TJ's posted that he's watching the interview. Jalen has posted that he's watching the interview. Taylor's going to do a live reaction, I think, on Snapchat or something to the interview. Nicolas, before the interview actually was released, the other day, he was in the comments, hyping it up, leaving comments, emojis for bootlicker and some other stuff. So, but I think the big thing for me, my takeaway from this, because like I said, I went into a full breakdown on this, is I don't think Ace understands how these fans have been moving. And you can come out and tell your truth, but then when you're asked about Olandria again, and it's just silence, and that's what's used to being to promote the interview, is your silence for, Nick and Olandria and saying, listen, for Olandria's sake, I love Olandria, that's my girl, that's my dog, or whatever else. It's shade, though. Because Olandria wasn't feeling it, at least from what she's seen. She said, Chell, anyway, my Tuskegee event yesterday was a success. And Chelley, I don't know what Chelley's going on Is Chelley locked in a padded room? Because she's posting away on the Instagrammies. She's still posting about her birthday, y'all. Her birthday cake. And then she posted because Billboard and the Caribbean Awards, the Caribbean Billboard Awards, it sounds like she's either going to be doing presenting or potentially doing interviews with people or whatever else. So props to Chelley for getting to the bag and still getting to the bag. I don't know what's going on with her and Ace, though. Because why is Ace saying in an interview that ain't no about to tell me when I can make somebody my girlfriend or not? No, that's the wrong answer, Ace. That is the wrong answer, and you were just feeding the red pillars. You were feeding the manosphere, and that's not a good look. And I don't think you realize the caliber of woman Chelley is, that she can have an athlete, she can have an actor, she can have any of these A-list men in a New York minute. And even though I don't really care for Chris obviously is tracking Chelley, because why is he saying in an interview he knows what coast she's on, he knows where she's at, and da-da-da-da-da? Why are you tracking her every move still? It's weird, right? And then Austin's calling Chelley an African goddess role. Like, it's just a lot going on. The biggest thing I'm concerned about with Ace's interview, though, is Chelley and Olandria's friendship. I want Chelley and Olandria's friendship to remain intact. And I actually can go in the archives of times where Nicolas has gone live and has low-key set Chelley up by saying that, Huda was all alone in the villa, Huda was under attack in the villa, and this and that. He felt that Huda was quote-unquote ganged up on in the villa. That was direct shots at Chelley. So this notion that, Ace is just the problem. No. Nicolas has said some things that were problematic to y'all. And even Ace made reference to this in the interview about how Nick has said that the Final Four is the right people, is the right group of people, but if we're supposed to